What's up, guys? Believe in your songs. It's like the most important thing that will carry you through all the ups and downs of being a working musician, singer, songwriter, or whatever genre you're working in. You really have to believe in your material. So, I've got a story for you today. Before that, let me tell you a little about myself. My name is Kev Rowe. I'm a working singer songwriter. I've got over 150 songs on Spotify. 6 million streams. I've done over 2,000 shows all over the country, and I just love music. So thank you for joining us here. So the story that I wanted to tell you about today is called Where the Wild Things Grow. This song has been with me a long time. I originally wrote this song in the year 2005. This is the year 2025, so the song is 20 years old. I wrote this song when I had just gotten back from tour with my touring band Big Leg Emma at the time, and we were traveling like crazy, going to all the festivals on the East Coast, really like thriving as a working Americana festival band. So we were the most busy between like the months of March and October. Whenever the weather's nice up here in the Northeast, we'd be playing the festivals. But it was intense. I mean, we were doing, I don't know, 150 gigs per year. It was like our full-time thing. And we were living and breathing Americana music. So I had just gotten off a tour one time. We had just gotten done playing Nelson's Ledges in Ohio, which is a great festival site. I had just gotten home. I was exhausted. Probably woke up, got off the bus, was sleeping for the 3-hour drive from the festival because I had stayed up all night playing my guitar and jamming with the band around the fire or walking through the woods or who knows what. But sleep. Yeah, I should make a sleep video at some point. How important it is on the road. Anyway, I had just gotten off tour. I got home. I remember that it was like in the middle of the afternoon. And this melody just was coming to... Oh, and I probably has sleep does have something to do with the songwriting process here. I should make that video too about how being in a dream, like I write a lot of songs in a dream state. So I just woken up, gotten off the bus, got in my van, drove home, and I had this song in my head. It was the melody, the idea, the vision of it called Where the Wild Things Grow. And I banged it out literally in 10 minutes. And I always thought it was pretty good. So I brought it to the band, and you know how hard it is to get songs into a band. That's a whole other video also. But it took, I don't know, a year, maybe 2 years to get the song into the band. And that was an electric band. I played electric guitar in that, my Les Paul. So I wasn't really the folk musician in that band, although I was a contributing songwriter. But the song was written 20 years ago. And then I recorded it on a solo album in 2007 on my album called Into the Gold. And that was like a full band version that I had drummed up by myself. And the song just kind of lived. It didn't do great. I mean, there was no way to get out your music at that point in 2007. You literally just sold your CDs at shows. Then I always knew the bones of the song was good, though. I believed in it. I thought it was good material. And one of the reasons that I knew it was good material is because it would hold up in so many different environments. Like I would play it at a music festival and it would work. I'd play it in a coffee shop and it would work. I'd play it at the mental hospital and it would work. I'd play it in a restaurant and it would work. I played it at a college and it would work. I played it on the beach and it would work. So no matter where I put this song and no matter what audience I put the song in front of, it always did well. And that's one of the things where believing in the song, what happens first? Your belief in the song or the song proving itself? Well, I do believe you have to believe in the song first, but you have to put them to the test for sure in the real world. Because some songs will die right in front of your face. But this song kept on living. It just kept on going. And it's hard to explain why. It just keeps working. So I held on to it, right? And then in 2015, so this is 10 years after the first version of the Into the Gold version, I recorded it on a solo acoustic album called Nobody at Home. Now, at this point, my band had just broken up. I had moved back into my parents' house, and I was struggling. But I found the energy to put an acoustic album together while I was there. I recorded it in a matter of a couple weeks, I would say, just live, acoustic guitar with vocals. Maybe it wasn't weeks. It could have been 3 or 4 days, actually. Because I was gigging. I had acoustic gigs here in Jamestown, so my voice was up to par and my skills were there. And so I recorded this acoustic album called Nobody at Home. Now, in that version of Where the Wild Things Grow, it's lots of jamming. I was using my loop station. There was lots of improv. The songs were long. I was really stretching out because I was used to my live show. Put that out on CD with a bunch of other songs. Break the Cycle, Comfort Me, I So Blue. Kind of the songs that I'd wanted to play acoustic for a while. And I put that out and I sold it to my fans online on social media. And did I do a Kickstarter for that? I think I did do a Kickstarter for that, which was successful. And then that CD kind of laid there, right? And then I got into Spotify and I got into playlist curation like I am now. I'm a playlist curator on Submit Hub, and I always believed in this song. I just thought there's something about it that's unique. So, fast forward to 10 days ago. I just released the song again. So, the third time in 20 years of a release. And this version of Where the Wild Things Grow is the one I recorded 10 years ago, just edited. All I did was bring it into my Ableton Live software, re-edit it. And this is super important because a lot of you need to be editing your material better. It's about how do you present the song that you believe in the best light that it can be received by the audience, the platform you're releasing it, and just the general public. So I edited the song down to the nuts and bolts of it, just the meat of the song. And I got great new graphic design work. So the picture of me that you see on Spotify of me in the woods looking up, and where it says Where the Wild Things Grow on the cover, that is my friend Sandil Walawaria, who is my graphic designer, who I've been working with for about 5 years. The reason I'm telling you this is because if you believe in your songs, you can keep releasing them. Just package them up differently, put new artwork on them, and get them out there. It's all about constantly releasing material to your audience. Nobody's heard your songs. Nobody had heard my versions of Where the Wild Things Grow that I released in 2005, re-released in 2015, and I'm now re-releasing again in 2025. Nobody's heard those versions. You're basically unknown to the world. Sorry. So am I. We're unknowns. We're a complete unknowns. Anyway. So, Where the Wild Things Grow is now having its moment. In just 10 days, it's gotten over 10,000 streams on Spotify. It got on this amazing editorial playlist called Newgrass. It has a little bit of a bluegrass Americana feel to it. So it just got it on an editorial playlist, and it's my acoustic guitar and my vocal. That's it. No other production work, no drums, no bass, no guest vocalist, no collabs, none of that stuff. It's my acoustic and my vocal. Now, why did this work? I'd been playing the song for 20 years and knew that it was great, but contextually, next to all the other overproduced material that's on Spotify and on social media, it's having its moment. It's resonating with people because they go, man, I love this song. This is unique, cool, and coming from the heart from this guy. So if you believe in your songs, that's why I'm making this video, is I want you to continue pushing forward with your work. Just keep pushing. If you know you got great songs, they're gonna find their moment eventually. Like, people will embrace them. They'll find their audience. Definitely keep working with the presentation of them, like editing, branding, graphic design, where you put it, when you put it out, what playlists that you're submitting it to. All of these are huge factors on whether or not they start to have a breakthrough moment. Any of your songs, if you really, really believe in them, can have a breakthrough moment. You just got to keep pushing, man. It's like the last man standing with the great song wins, basically. So yeah, a couple other things I wanted to say about this. The changing platform environment. That's another big deal. Like, all these social media platforms and DSPs, Spotify, Apple Music, they're changing all the time. So who knows what's going to work at any one time? You kind of have to throw it all out there and something will stick. Like, for example, right now my music's on 2 editorial playlists. Where the Wild Things Grow is on Newgrass, but my song I just released 2 years ago, I Go to Work, is on Modern Jam Band. So those are my 2 editorial playlists right now, Newgrass and Modern Jam Band, which are pretty different. Like, jam bands are electric, full band, improvisational. Newgrass is mostly acoustic, banjos, fiddles, and I don't think they have any drums. Well, maybe occasionally there's a drummer. But you get my point. Variety. Like, you never know what's going to work. So the platforms change all the time. You don't know what's going to be popular. The other thing is this, the changing social environment. Like, you'll have songs that are super relevant maybe for a couple years, and then all of a sudden everybody's feelings change in the culture. Like, all of a sudden people get real angry, and then those angry songs work, or people get real sentimental and sentimental songs work, or people get very educational, and all of a sudden, like, songs that teach you something will work. So depending on the changes in the social environment and what the culture is valuing at that certain time may have an influence on which of your songs are becoming popular and having success in the world. So, am I saying to write songs based on those swings in culture? No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying write from the heart, and when culture changes, you'll have a song ready for that culture change ahead of time. So always be writing, always be creating, always like really being creative with your songwriting, writing a whole bunch of styles, a whole bunch of genres, do it all. Because then eventually when the culture changes, you've already got the material for it. You've got a song like in your hip pocket just for that cultural moment. And right now, for me, Where the Wild Things Grow is having that little cultural moment. It's so cool. Like, everything that you listen to on Spotify or on social media or on TikTok is heavily produced. It's super easy to make heavily produced music right now. AI music is making it even easier, but everybody's got a home studio. Very few people can write a great song just on their acoustic guitar, sing it for you live as if they had played it 1,000 times, and have it resonate with you immediately. I've said this in some of my other videos. People want meaning in their life. And if your song has meaning and you believe in it, they're eventually going to resonate with it. So I just wanted to tell you, keep on pushing, man. Your songs are going to work eventually. You just got to keep on going. I'll talk to you later. Bye.